Dollar cost average with stocks and crypto. This is one way to invest during periods of uncertainty, like investing during bear markets or during periods of high inflation. Now, when you look into investing, when you do the research, you realize that serious investors, the likes of Ray Dalio, Cathie Wood, Warren Buffett, have certain strategies, proven strategies. And one of those strategies is dollar cost average. And this is basically where you invest X amount a month into whatever you're investing, despite market ups and downs. So if the market's up, you invest your amount, the amount you've chosen. If the market's down on a particular month, you keep investing that same amount every single month. And that's why it's called dollar cost average. And when you do this, say you invest in the stock market, you don't check in on your shares or your index fund every 5 minutes. You just keep dollar cost averaging and maybe check in every couple of months. Definitely good for the emotions if you do it this way. So, like I said, in today's video, we're going to be talking about dollar cost averaging. I'm going to be talking about how to invest during difficult times, how to invest in the stock market with dollar cost averaging, and finally, how to invest in crypto with dollar cost averaging. Now, investing isn't easy, especially now with high inflation, but there are certain strategies, and dollar cost averaging is how I've been investing over the last few months. Before investing your hard-earned money, you've got to get your personal finances right. Make the necessary cuts, look through your bank accounts, maybe cut out the takeaways or the regular coffee in the morning. Make them cuts so you can invest a certain amount each month. Then build a cash buffer, then do your research, determine what you're going to invest in, and then start to invest. How to invest during difficult times. Now, if I'm being honest, 2021 was my worst year to date. Investing wise, I made loads of mistakes. All my old mistakes come flooding back. I invested because of FOMO into crypto. I got greedy with crypto and I went balls deep with crypto right at the wrong time, right at the end of November when I should have been taking some profits out. But I didn't, and I put all my eggs into crypto. And that included my cash buffer. So this is something not to do. Don't put your cash buffer into your investments. Keep your cash buffer. So that keeps your emotions at bay. It keeps your amygdala nice and calm. Now, since the end of November, I've been working on getting my personal finances sorted. I've made the necessary cuts, cut out the morning coffee, I've stopped the takeaways, and I've been working 6 or 7 days a week. And finally, around May time of this year, 2022, I got my cash buffer back. And this meant I was able to start investing again. But it was painful, especially being frustrated because I've already made all them mistakes in the past, investing because of FOMO, getting greedy, making stupid mistakes, but the greed got the better of me. And I made yet another mistake, so don't do this. Don't invest because of FOMO, don't be greedy, and if your cryptos or whatever you're investing goes up, take some profits out on the way up and don't spend your cash buffer. Like I said, get on top of your personal finances, build your cash buffer, and then you can invest. So this is pretty much how I've managed to invest during difficult times. I've made the necessary cuts. I've worked 6 or 7 days a week, and despite energy prices going up, the price of everything going up, thankfully I've been able to get my cash buffer back. It's not easy, and not everyone can invest straight away, but I do believe it's possible if you go through your bank statements and make the cuts. Painful cuts, but if you get 2 takeaways a week and you have to go down to 1 or even no takeaways, and it makes it possible for you to invest, it's definitely worth it. So that for me is how I've been investing during difficult times. dollar cost average into the stock market. Now, the way I invest in the stock market is via index investing, and I do this through the Vanguard platform. I'd done my initial research back in 2019, read all the books, done the research, read books by John Bogle, Warren Buffett, Tony Robbins, etc., etc. Got to a point where I was confident in what I was investing, knew things like dollar cost averaging, what we're talking about today, where you invest X amount every month despite market ups and downs. Learn things like diversification, and I got to a point where I was confident. I knew what I wanted to invest in. I knew I was going to be a long-term investor, and I decided to invest with Vanguard. Basically, because of John Bogle, who's the founder of Vanguard, he basically wrote the script on index investing. John Bogle's platform, Vanguard, have the lowest costs, and this is something I was very conscious of. I wanted to choose my own fund, do it myself, so I didn't go to a financial advisor, so they could take 1% off, because I was aware of costs. So yeah, I chose my fund, which was a life strategy 80-20 fund, 80% stocks, 20% bonds, and start to invest every month. It was a couple of £100 a month, and I've done this every month for the last 3 years, and this is without checking in on my fund every 5 minutes. I've literally checked my fund once or twice a year, and this has helped me to remove the emotions. Like back in the day when I used to invest in stocks in 2010, 2011, I put all my money in, was checking on the stock market every 5 minutes, and it wasn't good for my emotions, got stressed out, too anxious, and this is how not to do it. But with index investing, this has been my favorite way to invest by far, because it's enabled me to invest in the stock market and not have the emotions. I've been investing in index funds for the last 3 years, and my plan is to invest long term. I'm talking decades, because I realize the importance of compound interest. Compound interest is basically interest on top of interest, and when you read the books and you fully understand compound interest, you understand how amazing it is if you do it long term. This is how I invest in the stock market, a dollar cost average with a Vanguard fund. Finally, I invest in crypto with dollar cost average. I've started doing this since May. Now, I've been investing in crypto since 2017, got in with a few altcoins, lost a bit of money, lost interest, started doing a bit of research around 2020, done loads of research in 2021, got into quite a few altcoins, around 10, ETHEREUM, Solana, DOT, and a few others. Made some mistakes, some big mistakes in 2021, as I've touched on, but I did manage to cash some out. And I've still got altcoins around 10, like I say, but now a dollar cost average into 3 altcoins. Well, Bitcoin and 2 altcoins. I had dollar cost average with Bitcoin, ETHEREUM, and Polygon. Now, this isn't advice. Again, none of this is financial advice. It's just what I do. This is just how I'm investing during difficult times, during a bear market and high inflation. I'm totally convinced by Bitcoin. I see it as digital gold. And when you read the books, when you understand inflation, in my opinion, you'll understand how important Bitcoin is to the future of money. I like ETHEREUM because it has multiple use cases and because it has smart contracts. And I think a lot of businesses are going to run on the Ethereum blockchain in the future. Again, only my opinion. If the transition from Ethereum 1.0 to 2.0 is successful, I genuinely believe that a lot, if not most, of businesses will run on the Ethereum blockchain. It's massive. It's an absolute beast of an altcoin, and that's why it's number 2 in terms of coin market cap behind Bitcoin. So yeah, I'm very bullish on Ethereum. Finally, I'm investing in Polygon. and a dollar cost average into this like I do with Bitcoin and Ethereum. And this is a layer 2 blockchain built on top of Ethereum. And the reason why I like Polygon is that it gives me exposure, in my opinion, to NFTs. Not only that, but it's getting involved with big businesses, massive corporations like Mercedes, like Instagram, like Disney. Polygon is a big time crypto, in my opinion, and has a really, really bright future. So this is what I do with crypto, a dollar cost average with Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Polygon. But you don't have to do this. This is just what I do. What's important is what you do. Now, in terms of crypto, I do this at the moment, but I am considering moving into like an index fund type of thing with crypto. I believe you can do it with certain companies where you invest X amount and they will invest for you. They will put the money into the top 20 or 30 crypto altcoins, so you don't have to think about it. And this is similar to index investing. So this is something on my mind for the future, but at the moment I'm dollar cost averaging into 3 cryptos. Look, I have 20 years of investing experience. I've made loads of mistakes. I've learned from them mistakes, and over the last 3 or 4 years, I've started to get good results. But then last year, I made some more mistakes. I'm a work in progress, let's just say. This video is just to give you some info about how I invest during difficult times, during a bear market, during a period of high inflation. The point is, you've got to keep investing if possible. Don't settle for less than 1% in your high street bank, in your current account. My honest opinion is that if you do the research, if you become financially literate or start becoming financially literate, start investing, it will lead to game-changing results. So if you were 20-year-old, you do the research, you start reading the books, in a year or 2 you start investing, you invest for 10, 15, 20 years. This will mean that you'll be retired, or you'll have the option to be retired. You'll be financially independent by the time you're 40. If I knew what I know now, back when I was 18, 19, 20, I would be financially independent by now. I would have serious options. I wouldn't have to be working all over the country, working in different parts of the world, spending time away from the family. This video is just to give you some info and to try and nudge you towards investing. And one of the ways to invest, like I've said throughout the video, is to dollar cost average. So go away, read some books, and get yourself into investing. Remember, personal finance, cash buffer, do a bit of education, and then go away and invest with skill. And look, if you've enjoyed today's video, give me a little like and maybe subscribe to the channel. Help me get the content out there. Thanks for listening.